Well, welcome back. A place in the main draw of the BDO WINMAU World Masters Darts Championship. There's the prize, the players, the win on the stage of the Hull Arena tonight. A match against one of the top 8 seeds awaits all tonight's winners. And here's Martin Fitzmaurice to introduce the players for the next match.
Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's play darts. Please welcome from the Netherlands, Rick Ostra. From the United States of America, please welcome Jim WINMAU.
So, Jim WINMAU on the last plane out of New York has made it from Staten Island and has made his way to Hull. What a Herculean effort for the man to get here, and let's hope that it's going to be worth his while. He takes on Rick Hofstra for the second time today, Tony. Rick already having beaten Jim in the Lakeside World Playoff Qualifier.
Well, that's something different, isn't it? You know, to play, that was on the floor, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And now they're on the stage. Well, let's hope it's a good return. I'm sure Jim would love to go further ahead in this one.
Different game, of course, up on the stage compared to the floor tournament. And Jim WINMAU will be hoping that is the case, given that he lost to this man, Rick Hofstra, back on our TV screens again. Experienced player now, and looking a little bit older than the last time we saw him. But I don't think he's very happy with the board, actually.
Well, I don't think he's got the experience Jim WINMAU has. Really.
Very true. Look, they're just making sure the board's nice and straight. So the tournament director coming on, just to make sure everything's okay. That looks straight to you, Tony?
Yeah, to me they all look straight.
Depends which way you're leaning, I suppose.
No, you can't tell from that angle we had anyway. You've got to look straight down. Mind you, Vic Sexton would have sorted it out. Did you touch the board at all?
Ladies and gentlemen, first set, first leg. Jim to throw first. Game on.
Whichever way, the match is underway. And this is Big Jim WINMAU.
100.
I'm sure he'll be cheered on by many, many millions across the United States watching the action on ESPN. He's been making the trip across the Atlantic to play darts in the UK for a long, long while. I don't remember him in 1994, I think it was, playing in the World Match Play.
100.
And you, Tony, travelled all the way to Connecticut to see him a few years back.
I did, in actual fact, yes, I can remember it well. Challenge TV, they sent me out there to help with the US Open.
Rick Hofstra's daughter Naomi up way past bedtime tonight, but I think we'll let her stay up and hope she enjoys the fun. That US Open 2007, Jim Widmeyer knocked out Colin Lloyd, the world number 3 at the time.
Yep.
Cracking performance it was.
41.
Yeah, he was a star that year as well. So I mean, but I've known him for many years. I remember go back to the days of
45.
Mickey Verashko. You know, I mean, some great Americans over here.
Rick Hofstra, just a slower starter in this
55.
opening leg.
Jim, you require 156.
Jim Widmeyer saved his A game, not for the floor but for the stage today.
100.
Well, that's 4 tons in this leg. Well, that's consistency. You throw a little 45 in between them. And 56 left.
95. Jim, you require 56.
There's a 16. Double 10. Oof.
36. Rick, you require 150.
It's a dart, I think he'd rather forget that one, but can Rick Hofstra make him pay for it? Not on this occasion. He needed 2 trebles to set up a double, and he's just throwing a lot of loose darts
50.
himself at the moment.
Jim, you require
No score
20.
over 100 for him in this leg.
Double 10. Awkward one now, but it's there.
Game shot and the first leg. Jim Widmeyer.
And the American contingent liking what they've seen
Second
so
leg,
far.
Rick to throw first. Game on.
– 2004, wasn't it, that Rick Hofstra
85.
beat Ray Van Barneveld and lost to Tony David in the quarter-final of the Masters that year, but really caught Barney cold on a chilly day in
41.
Bridlington. If you remember, played at the Lakeside in 2004 against Mervyn King. Remember that match, Tony? With the Oki?
Oh, yes. Oh.
1 set all. Mervyn King wins the second set, declares that the Oki isn't quite right. So it gets remeasured and they resume. Goes on to win 3-1.
Yeah, nervous way.
140.
Oh dear. Painful, isn't it? No Dutch delight as
60.
yet.
Rick, you require
More smiles
136.
amongst the Americans.
Yeah, there's a few travelled all across the world. Global event. Now on ESPN. I'm doing it credit.
140.
And a good 140 there, but nothing
Rick, you require 40.
Jim can do but stand and hope that Rick Hofstra misses this double top or double 10. But no chance. Straight in. Really good.
Rick Hofstra.
Centre of the bed, double 10 that.
Third leg is Jim to throw first. Game on.
It's a family affair.
121.
Rick Hofstra, the road layer from Holland, having to build a path
40.
through to a meeting with Dean Winstanley in the next round. Jim Widmeyer, one of 2 dustmen in the tournament this year. Martin
41.
Phillips calls himself a garbage man.
It was this event last year, this championship, that got Dean's name well noticed.
And of course the Lakeside as well, runner up to Martin Adams. Right, we saw the emergence of Dean Winstanley as a world force, didn't we, in 2010?
I wasn't at the Lakeside.
You were watching though, Tony. It's great to have you back in the commentary box, mate. We kept your seat warm.
Yeah, lovely to be back. Been a long journey.
95.
I did ask Dean Winstanley which of these 2 he fancied playing. Just tweeted me to say absolutely no idea. How's their form? Level at the moment, I'd say, Dean.
Well, if I was watching that, it would tell him something. But still not out of it, even without. There's 64 left. Trouble 16.
128. Rick, you require 96.
Let's hope that's not a waste of throw. Still a chance.
This dart might just tell.
No. There's a nod there in the background.
56. Jim, you require 60.
Widmer.
I just thought Hofstra was a bit too tense there, but Jim Widmer, in he goes for the set. No messing about at all there. And a little salute to his followers.
Second set, first leg. Rick to throw first. Game on.
Quite bizarre that these two are playing each other in a different competition in the same venue just hours after they met, aiming for the Lakeside. Neither, of course, managed to win through the playoffs, so I hope that they win the World Masters instead. If they do, they can get their place on the hallowed ground. There's the Lakeside Country Club.
100.
He's not like the rest of some of the Americans in the gym. They used to take so much time with the throw and in between throw. In fact, they used to sleep on the hockey.
Who was the slowest?
Conrad Daniels.
97.
That was it. 7 hours and 5 minutes. And that was just for 3 darts.
100.
That was one of your late night efforts, I think, at the Lakeside, watching Conrad and commentating on him.
Oh dear, it was long.
59.
Talking of tweeting, by the way, I did say to Dean Winstanley I'll give his Twitter name out because he's new to this Twitter lark, he tells me, and he's only got 20 followers.
81.
So over the top 180 is his Twitter name, and he would love as many followers as possible with the number 2 seed. You're going to be number 21, Tone?
100.
Unfortunately, no, I'm not into Twitters.
So Shanghai then for Jim Widmeyer.
80.
Just a
Rick,
flick of the dart there, but a bit over the top himself. And now Rick Hofstra. That is a poor first dart. He's made it very hard for himself. Treble 20 leaves double 12. Can't finish now, Tony. Real slack dart that from Rick, wasn't it?
39.
Well, we're going to see now.
Jim, you require
Double
40.
top. Another leg. Double 10. Right, let's fall on the top.
The first leg, Jim Widmeyer. Second leg is
double
Jim
10.
to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, it really was travelling. Look at this.
140.
I don't think that's 140.
120.
Ian Tilley with a recount there.
It's first. We usually get a check, don't we?
60.
They do a great job though, I'll tell you that. I've been there.
99.
It's going to be a lonely old place when you've got to do your sums and hope you've got it right.
$97. 96.
I think it's a lonely old place for Rick Hofstra at hockey at the moment.
125.
That can be more cruel, a 125 than a 140 there, because you get your hopes up, don't you? Oh, he's missed with a 5, that's brilliant, and then back he comes with back-to-back trebles.
60.
Well, he hasn't had any answer,
You
has he,
require
so far?
157.
He could easily finish this one. Push it off, yeah. Treble 19.
Now he
18.
thinks.
Think about it. Treble 18 is a shot. Not far away.
133.
I think he got it. So 24 left, and that for the second set in double quick time, really.
45.
Straight right to
You
the corner,
require 24.
Good. Double 12. Double 6. Oh, bust.
No score.
Not going to matter too much, is it? He's coming back again, is Jim Widmeyer. Real solid display here. So far, 13 ton pluses in this match. Only a couple of 140s, but he's just been consistent around the ton pluses. Wants double 12 to wrap up the set. There you go.
Game shot, the second set. Jim Widmeyer.
He's flying.
Maybe Rick Hofstra needs some Dutch courage
Third
here.
set, first leg. Jim to throw first. Game on.
Banner
60.
is well and truly spangled at the moment. Jim Widmeyer looking very much the star on this whole stage.
He's certainly forcing the issue.
100.
Hofstra's had better checkout percentage, 50% as opposed to 31%, but he's just not got himself into a position when he can go for a double very often. He's only had 2 attempts at it.
98.
Yes, statistics can be misleading at times, can't they?
100.
Percentages certainly.
27.
But here's an opening here, Tony, in this leg for the Dutchman. She's waved it once for a daddy. She had the chance to wave it again.
60.
Under the way.
60. Rick, you require 145.
Well, good bullseye. That's set things up nicely for him, isn't it? 58 as opposed to 196, but you wouldn't put it past Big Jim here to stick in his first maximum of this match. Oh, whisker away, and then got carried
85.
away.
Rick, you require 58.
Every chance now, getting himself back into the match. Double top. Double 10, keep it cool. That's the way.
Game shot on the first leg. Rick Hofstra.
Finally, she has a chance to
Second leg
show a
is
little
Rick to
smile.
throw first. Game on.
Things have been rather running away from her daddy, but he's not hiding.
By 40. Going to keep this momentum up as
60.
Looks a bit tired to me. Like it's been a really long day, yeah.
Been a long day, really has, for these players.
Obviously been a longer day for Rick because he won the earlier
99.
matchup, but he's just showing signs of fatigue up there.
$95. 60.
He's got to make a move.
Wasn't the move, was it?
No, it's just not getting away from him and giving him a little bit of time to get a finish. but this could be a bad throw.
Well, see, here's the thing. He scored 20, leaves 182, single 20. Not good enough, wouldn't leave him on a finish.
35.
I think he's got lucky with that one, he has. He was going for the 25, and at least he's left himself on a finish.
60. Jim, you require 167.
Okay, treble 20, treble 19. You get that one.
41.
Well, Jim Whitmire slowed down a bit here, and he's trying to help Rick Hofstra get a foothold in the match. Can still do it with treble 19, would have left the bullseye.
58.
Now Whitmire's turn to level it up in this third set.
Okay.
All right.
64 scored.
See, that's the way I always go, Tony. Miss the big fat single and then the treble with the next dart.
74. Rick, you require 68.
Good outshot. Treble 20, double 4. He has to go for 17s. Treble or single.
Well, just make sure of it as well.
Yes.
Just hit the big bit.
It's the ball. It's there as well.
And game shot and the third set. Rick Hofstra.
From absolutely out of nowhere, like a rain shower in the desert, Rick Hofstra manages to win the third set.
Game on.
Now, will that wake him up?
He's got himself in a position now with the set.
Going with the John Park 23-gram darts, Rick Hofstra. Jim Whitmire used to have his own set of darts, his own maker darts, but now I think he uses a Gary Anderson set, 22-gram.
42.
John Park, my mate John. Good commentator. Very good was John.
Just as good a darts player, you know.
Oh yes.
95.
And it has been lovely to see him return to some semblance of form this year as well. He's had a much better last 12 months, really. It's good to see. Been winning a few tournaments. He won in Canada a couple of weeks ago as well, John. Just off the top of my head. I'm sure he's watching the coverage.
140.
Yeah, so they're checking me out, that's for sure.
55.
Turned around this match now, hasn't it? Yeah, Hofstra with that 140 put himself in a great position if he can follow it up.
60.
Sadly, the consistency's lacking in his game. It's often been a feature of Hofstra's game that the consistency isn't quite there.
100. Rick,
Two
you
big
require
finishes.
160.
Two treble 20s. Do. There's one. Another one. Yeah, we go to the double. Double top. Oh!
140. Jim, you require 164.
I like this one better, 164.
No.
Jim doesn't.
No.
100.
Still a
Rick,
big
you
ask,
require
isn't it?
20.
Everything has to be in place. Double 10 now. He's got 3 darts for it. Another leg. Now this is tricky. He's just taking his time a bit, and I'm not surprised. Well done, Rick
Game shot
Hofstra.
the first leg. Rick Hofstra.
Not just going straight in there like the bull in the china shop. He's
Game
a
on.
little bit more deliberate, more delicate. And still in the cup.
100.
That is taking it over. Winmay's chance.
120.
Hasn't won a leg though, Jim Whitmire, since he took that second set. He's got to keep reminding himself, Tony, that in effect he's only 2 legs away from a place in the next round.
Exactly.
95.
It's something you don't really think about because it just takes you off your aim.
Well, you want to keep it simple. You want to say to yourself, look, the end's coming up. Might not be in for the long haul, this one, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas. You don't want to relax too much as well. It's a fine mental balancing act up there.
Yeah, it's all in the back of his mind.
100.
They know the situation.
He's got himself down to a 2-dart finish. Hofstra, nice bit of pressure. Second 180 of the match. High fives all around, but Jim Widmeyer still in the box seat here. Single 18 leaves the bull, of course. Double 7, because that is in the treble. Just checking.
Steady yourself down. Yes!
Game shot in the second leg. Jim Widmeyer.
It's all square.
Third leg is Rick to throw first. Game on.
Using every one of his 42 years worth of experience, Jim Widmeyer there. Just to compose himself 96. And take his time. It's a real killer as well, because as your opponent, you put in a 180, you think, oh right, I'll put the pressure on here. And then he still manages to get out of jail.
137.
Yeah, but that last throw, it really shook Ofra. That one did just now. See, that's different. You put yourself back under pressure.
41.
That's what happens.
So for Jim here, steady ton will be more than good enough.
85.
Pity about that last dart for him.
Yeah, I won't mind that. His nose in front now.
60.
Probably half his chin as well. Not that he's got a big chin. He's bigger than me. I'm not going to upset him.
81.
That's a big lad, you know.
Yes. Sanitation worker from Staten Island.
96. 59. 100.
Yes.
Junior require 139.
He's got to finish 108 off if 139 doesn't go in here, I would think. There's the 39. Treble 20.
99.
Okay.
Ricky require 108.
It's a big outshot, this, for this man, with pressure.
Yeah, but Shanghai on 18, so it's not so, I was going to say, it's not too bad, but he's gone the wrong side into the one and just twitching, looking around, everything unravelling for him there. Such close margins between success
22.
and failure. And for Rick Hofstra, not going his way at all.
40.
Yeah, it's like the shootout at the OK Corral. This is the one, 2 to go, double top.
20.
Hardest double on the board, the one that wins you the match.
86.
And suddenly the Dutch fans find their voices. It's hugs and cuddles of reassurance. Single 18 leaves that bullseye. He's got it once. He's got it again! Levels up the match! Rick Hofstra should have been facing match start against him, was facing match start against him, but he's pulled it out the bag.
It's a loader ball.
Game on.
Oh, brilliant. That's excitement.
And what does that do, Tony, to Jim Widmeyer now?
100.
Well, fortunately, he shook him to pieces. I can guarantee you that, because he had every opportunity. But having said that, it's first now in this match.
Absolutely. Now, the match just coming to a halt there, because Rick Hofstra's daughter, I think, had run to the front of the stage, and Mum was sent to fetch her. But the daughter getting absolutely caught up in the emotion there, wanted to go and give big high fives
60.
to Daddy. Can't really do that sort of thing. She probably can't reach anyway. That's why it just slowed down a bit.
85.
Yeah, they breed him young in Holland. Ladies as well.
95.
Still a battle royal still here. Okay. Evens it off. 2-2. 10 points difference before this throw.
45.
Just getting to the stage now, Tony, isn't it, where one dart could be the major difference. You know, the wrong side of the wire, one just sneaks into the corner, can change things around.
66.
Hofstra at 66 there. He'll be disgusted with himself because he's spraying it around all over the place. And there's the dart that sneaks into the corner, and there's the one that kind of gives the advantage away again.
The mind works in funny circumstances, the nerves, everything. You're fighting to win a world title, that's the difference.
You require 128.
Just to get into a match up with the number 2 seed, Dean Winstanley. The nerves jangling all over the place.
29.
A messy throw
Rick, you
from
require
Jim there, leaving a messy
130.
finish. This 130 is not too bad, you only need one treble. There it is.
Maybe the bull. No.
Double 5. Got 2 trebles.
120.
Maybe they've been better off going for the bull,
You
Tony.
require 99.
Okay, Jim. 8 to left. Double 10 it is, and he's got it, it's in the corner. It's right there. That was speedy, but we caught you.
Second leg is Rick to throw first. Game on.
What did I say about the dart that just sneaks into the corner? He's got himself out of a really tight spot there.
134.
Once again, he needs one more leg to win the match. Hofstra put him under a little bit at the start of this leg.
100.
But he's got to maintain it now. Yeah, he's doing it. It's coming good at this stage.
140.
Coming good. And the leg he has to take.
59.
And he's built himself a nice cushion, hasn't he, here? They know it. Jim Widmeyer knows it as well. Rick Hofstra just relaxing a touch. Not for long.
100.
Good marker, that. Very good marker.
100.
Not enough, though. Doesn't need.
107.
Yeah, doesn't need to go for that treble 19, does he? Go for treble 17 possibly now. Yeah, he did.
57.
Oh, that's a comfortable 70.
I think he's going to have 6 darts from it as well.
40.
He is.
Rick, you require 70.
Double 8 it is then. Not the way most would have gone on 70.
Rick Hofstra.
As long as he goes his preferred route and he gets it, he won't mind
Ladies and
one
gentlemen,
dot.
final leg. It will be Jim to throw for the bull.
First time today, we go to the final leg of the match, and because it is sudden death,
Just
players
outside the 25.
throwing for the bull. No, leave it there, Jim. Only if it's in the outer bull or the inner bull do you get to take the dart out.
That's correct. Now then,
I'd say
separate
that's a draw.
I would.
I think we will be throwing again.
And Tilly agreeing with us, Tony. So it should be Rick now to throw first. And this to decide who gets to throw first in the final leg.
25.
Take that
Retrieve
out.
that.
And that is a bullseye.
Retrieve that as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, then last and final leg.
This is
Jim
it.
to throw first. Game on.
This one leg. Sudden death.
And instantly, Jim Widmeyer
gets on 125.
Recovers from what could have been the worst set of 3 darts he's thrown all day. He thought the minute that went in the 5, he's like, oh dear. He's just tossed away the advantage, but
60.
on these little things the matches turn around. And if you're Rick Hofstra, you're thinking, oh, for heaven's sake, got away with it again.
85.
So he's just getting them odd one, and he'll keep him well in front. Puts the pressure on his opponent. Knows he has to get the trebles.
60.
It's not happening. Complete silence in the crowd.
96.
Engrossed.
Absolutely. The man who refused to let the hurricane stand in his way of attending the World Masters could be about to blow himself into the next stages.
60.
But these are 195 points that are not going to come easy for Jim.
Yeah, I know. It's another treble.
83.
25, but that'll do. Lovely finish, 112.
100.
We've got
Junior
6
require
darts now.
112.
But it's a lovely finish. Treble 20 for double 16. Staying up to
52.
hit the single 12. So 2 dart outshot when he comes back.
Needs to put pressure. Wants that treble. Yes, needs another one. That's applied the pressure. Now it's difficult.
Jim, you require 60.
Single 20. Double top. Oh, that's awkward. He's going to have to move. Silence.
40.
Once again, more match darts go begging for Jim
81.
Widmeyer. What did I say? 195 points that are not going to come easy. It might be that they don't come at all. Hofstra needs single 12 or treble 12 to carry this checkout on. It's bullseye again. Oh! It would have been a hat-trick of bullseyes, but that's the worst one he's thrown for it so far.
The heads go down. Double 10 for the American. Oh, and yeah. Oh, now then. Now then. Back to you, David.
49.
Who wants this match? Earlier today, Rick Hofstra beat Jim Widmeyer in the World Championship qualifiers. Oh, he's making it tough to complete the double here in Hull tonight.
15 left.
So single 7 for double 4.
He doesn't know himself, does he?
Well, I don't think he expected it, the double 17 there. No one expected it. Double 6 it is then.
They're miscounted.
I think he knows where he's going. First dart of the match. He's got it as well! Unbelievable! Rick Hofstra was down and out so many times you'd expect to see him standing the bigger shoe, but he's come through to claim the prize and marches on now to meet Dean Winstanley. You have to feel sorry for Jim Widmeyer, but well done Rick Hofstra for holding his nerve.
Talk about weathering a storm. Rick Hofstra was staring at defeat, but he's fought back and he goes through to the last 16 of the Masters. Reaction and more darts action is on the way here on ESPN.